Welcome to another day of Vlogmas. Now, as you can see, today it might be a little bit different than usual. We've decided to rank every country that we've been to this year. How exciting. So we're going to do that for you today with our little presentary thingies. Okay, so it's a bit of a different one. Now, I kind of want to do this every year. I feel like this is going to be really fun. But we're only going to do the ones that we've been to this year. And some of them I might say are like we've been to before. We've been to in the last couple of years. So some of them aren't new countries, but like half of them are. So that's pretty exciting.
And some of them are we might have gone to for a day, such as Germany.
Yeah.
And some of them we may have gone to for a very, very long time, such as the UAE, which means that this is our opinion. And if you disagree with it, you can tell us that
In the comments.
Yeah. And also
I'm going to rage bait you.
Well,
So we've got a few different options here. So we've got not for me. We've got maybe I went at the wrong time. We've got it was decent. You have to see it and take me the back.
Yeah, girl.
All right. Are we going in order from when we visited this year, or just any flag?
I think we'll just go with the orders of the flags on the screen.
And these people can see the screen. There's flags.
They can see the flags.
Awesome. I don't know how this
works. Cut
works.
off for them a little bit, so we have to be a little bit conscious. I think once it gets to the poop emoji, they can't see it, so we have to be a little bit more conscious of that.
What do you mean?
I think when it gets to the poop emoji, it'll go behind the images of us.
Oh,
but that's okay.
that might be a problem.
No, we'll just pull them to the front.
Alrighty.
It'll be okay.
All right, so let's start with this. Do you know how many countries we went to this year?
22.
Two, because we've got Italy twice.
Yeah, there's 2 Italian flags there.
Don't worry about that.
Screw that up. But we'll also, are we just going to put them in the categories, or are we going to order them within the categories? Like, is the one that's going to be like the furthest over on the left?
We're not ordering. Putting them up in the.
Okay,
categories.
well, the first country on the list is Indonesia.
Oh, that is take me back for show. I loved Indonesia. And now, if you are from Australia, Indonesia is more than just Bali. So it's not just Bali.
Bali is great.
It's not just Bali that I like.
Bali.
I like
Or if you're from America or Canada.
Barley.
Bali.
Barley.
Bali. Sorry.
But we love it. I love Jakarta. I love Bandung. I love Yogyakarta. I love everywhere I've been to in Indonesia. I literally can't think of a single place in Indonesia I don't like. I haven't even been to many islands. I still liked it.
It was fun, but I wouldn't go there on holiday.
Back there. Yeah. But yeah, Indonesia in
I think that one of the main things would take me back for Indonesia. I agree with you, by the way. So like we probably should converse before we pick one.
No,
we're ranking
we haven't planned this at all.
Yeah. So here's the thing. This requires us to agree, which happens
very rarely.
Sometimes, like Indonesia.
You can't speak over me in this. You have talking privileges in this vlog. You have to let me speak.
Well, I was going to say, take me back is another good thing for Indonesia is you can travel there 50 times and still have so much more to see. It's so many islands.
Exactly right. And obviously, like if we say take me back, it also means you have to see it. So
yeah, we had a great time.
You have to go to Indonesia. It's so good.
And we did like 4 videos, something like that this year. There.
We don't need to go into that. I have no idea.
The next
no clue.
Country on the list is Kazakhstan.
Oh, we're doing it. So it's so out of order. Okay, Kazakhstan is honestly.
Where do you want to put it?
It's either you have to see it or take me back.
I'm gonna jump in. I think it goes in. You have to see it.
Yeah, I think so
because we spent nearly a month, so 30-day visa.
Yeah.
For most people.
We spent like 27 days.
Yeah.
In
like
Astana.
most passports get 30 days there.
Please don't spend 28 days in Astana.
So for us,
there is nothing to see, but it was still really good.
For us, we have Take Me Back in our minds because we would go back there.
Yes.
But I think if you went there on a normal trip, you could do it all at once, and it's so worth it.
You have to see it.
We agree on that.
I will also say that I will also say that Kazakhstan is one of my most underrated countries of this year.
Well, that's why you have to see it.
Yeah, exactly. Almaty, amazing. Michael took me for my birthday horse riding in like the mountains, like a 3-hour drive away from Almaty. Actually, it's called.
Almaty, yeah.
And I loved it. Honestly, Kazakhstan was such an underrated. You don't have the flag for the other place. Yes, you do. It was just such an underrated.
The red Xbox logo.
Yeah, I really liked it. And honestly, I feel like if I was to say my underrated place from last year, which isn't this video, but like if I was to say it would be Sri Lanka, this year was Kazakhstan. Loved it.
And the next up on this list.
Flag that.
Yeah, this is the best part is Josie doesn't know these flags. So this flag here is the flag of Slovakia.
Slovakia. Look, maybe I went at the wrong time. Or not for me. I don't know. Not for me, probably.
I think the thing with Slovakia is that Bratislava is a beautiful day trip, and it's like an hour from Vienna, and it's like 2.5 hours from Budapest. So it's a beautiful day trip. It's got cobblestone streets. It's got lots of little hidden bars and stores and things. It's kind of like feels a bit like a mini Prague in a way. So I think it's worth seeing, but it has to be your opinion because you didn't go to Bratislava.
I didn't go to Bratislava.
You only went to Košice, which was cool. It was cool. It's East Slovakia.
It was so cool. And the video that we filmed there for my main channel was awesome. And I had a great time.
One of the coolest things I've ever done.
But I just don't see why I wouldn't need to go back. I don't need to go back.
I think, are we going to base it off if I've been to these places in more depth, I can give a different opinion?
You can, but we have to agree on where to put the flag. So we have to come to a unanimous decision.
I think we parked it and it was decent for now.
Oh, nah. Maybe I went at the wrong time, I think. So I was going to say not for me, and you were going to say it was decent. So let's go for the middle.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
What flag's this?
Stop doing this to me.
That's Tajikistan.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It looks like Italian.
Oh, it's Tajikistan. That's Italian. That's Tajikistan.
Okay. We spent like 10 hours there, so I'm not sure.
And I've got to say, the vibe I got in the 10 hours was that I wish we had like 3 days.
Yeah, or at least a day.
I wish we were able to see more of it.
This sucks because I don't think in this instance we had enough time to say maybe I went at the wrong time because we stopped there on our way to land border cross into Afghanistan.
It was just a means to an end for us.
Yeah, so let's just put it there because I don't think I can say either way.
The only land border you could get into Afghanistan without a pre-done
I'm not sure I can
visa, so that's kind of why we chose it. But based off the things I've seen online, and the people there were so friendly.
Oh, it's so low. Yeah.
So I think we've gone at the wrong time. We can't give an opinion, but if you are in the area, I would go.
I think.
I would add some time to it.
Agreed.
The next one, UAE. Funny story about the UAE
that was
for
Afghanistan.
us. No, that's the UAE. Jeez.
So, funny story about the UAE. You probably, if you don't follow the second channel, actually, this is the second channel. You probably might not even know that we went there, and we were there for 6 weeks.
In total, yeah.
How crazy! We lived in
across 2 stints. We
went
lived in a
there.
5-star hotel. We lived in a 5-star hotel for 6 weeks and got food delivered to the door every day.
We got it really cheap. We got some deal on it. So, shivers.
A really good deal that would have seen us paying like $10 a night, which adds up over 60 days.
Of course.
Would have been $10 a night less to have been in an Airbnb, but in the hotel we had our rooms cleaned, toiletries done,
it was
free water.
I lived like a queen. I've
never
never felt
massive, beautiful king bed. It was a 5-star hotel, but it was in Abu Dhabi, and it was
like 50 or less US or something.
A night.
Like it was insane. I can't believe that ever happened. Anyway, so we stayed there. We were quite burnt out because we went there before Afghanistan and then after it as well.
Yeah.
So on the way back, it was a lot of resting. That trip to Afghanistan and the stands around it really took it out of me.
Yeah.
So we had a good rest there.
We did 2 weeks before the stands, and then we did like a full month after the stands because we just couldn't get out of bed some days.
In saying that, like, I don't know if you need to go other than a stopover, if you want to go like the dunes or something like that. I just don't feel
the mosque was beautiful, but it was too hot when we were there. We were there in the middle of summer.
I'm going to say it was decent. Yeah, it was
for
decent.
me. We also have done Dubai in the past,
and also it was decent. Like nothing special for me, to be honest.
I'm going to say if you are transiting through the UAE, which you will, or Qatar, because I've been there as well, any of the Middle Eastern countries, do try and do like a 24-hour layover and go and see the city, and that's all you really need.
That's all you need.
Places.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
Doesn't have like what's this flag?
Oh my gosh! Stop doing this. Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah, you're gonna guess.
Check.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, because these 2 flags used to be overlaid on each other pretty much when it was Czechoslovakia.
That actually does look like that.
So what about the Czech Republic?
That's Prague, right?
Yeah.
I think you have to see it. I loved Prague. I went when I was like, I don't know, when it was 11 years ago now, my first trip to Europe ever.
But pick your time, because I saw a picture today of Prague from today, and the Charles Bridge in the middle of the day, which is when we went, was literally shoulder to shoulder for the entire bridge. I've never seen anything like it.
Yuck.
So
I went 11 years ago, and it was one of my favorite places on that trip. And then we went back there, and I still loved it. So I'm going to say you have to see it. It was so pretty. And the first time I went, actually, I went to a little town called Český Krumlov, which I thought was so quaint and so cute back then. I don't remember much of it, but we only went to Prague this time again, and I think you have to go. I like it.
Look, I want to go back, so I'm a bit take me back because
No, not that much.
I want to see Brno, which is the second biggest town. Apparently, there's like mummies there. They did mummification as well. I like to see that, but I'm happy to put it in. You have to see it.
Oh no!
France.
Don't tell me. You were playing a game.
What's that flag?
France, obviously.
Yeah.
Un baguette, s'il vous
was
plaît. Yeah, it was decent. I loved, actually, the people there this time so much more than my first trip. I feel like my first trip 11 years ago, I feel like everyone was rude. It was dirty.
Yeah.
I actually left that being like, I'll never go back to Paris or France again.
Same opinion I had the first time I went.
And we went back there for a video this year for my main channel. If you don't know, self-plug, my main channel is linked in the description bar below. It has a different style of videos, but a lot of these videos that we're filming, that we're talking about, we filmed on that channel. So go catch up, subscribe to the other one. But I will say that I had a much better experience this time around.
I had a great experience this time.
So did I.
Everybody was so friendly.
So did I.
It's like the Parisians took in the feedback and then applied it. The only bad thing about it was the Flixbus disaster.
Oh, it was not a good Flixbus.
No, so I reckon it was decent.
I reckon it was decent.
Which is a good score for France, because if I was to have done this before, I would have put not for me.
Agreed.
Which brings me to the next country.
Germany.
No.
Yes, it is.
It's not Germany.
Yes, it is. Don't lie. Oh, shivers. Belgium.
Yeah. I'm going to say it.
Guys, this is so funny. I find this funny. If you find this annoying, I don't care. This is funny that
She's not good at flags.
I'm not good at flags. You know what?
I'm the
I'm
opposite.
not good at flags. I'm not good at maths. I'm not good at much, but I can reverse parallel park.
Never
Swear
seen
word.
it, but she tells me.
Yes, you have.
So I'm going to say...
I was about to swear.
I'm going
I
to
was
say...
about to swear. Wait, which one is this again?
Controversial. Belgium.
Not for me either.
I'm going to caveat that.
No, let go of it. Yeah.
I'm going to caveat not for me with Bruges was beautiful.
I liked Bruges.
Ghent, I've been there. It was the same as Bruges. As in, do one or the other. Don't have to do both. The old town in Antwerp was really nice.
But I got mugged. I had to fight for my life.
And Brussels is legit like one of the most boring cities in the world.
So boring. I don't know why people like. I don't know why I did 3 cities of Belgium. I could, if you know what, if I had just done Bruges and we left, I would have been like amazing.
Yeah.
But seeing more of it made me like level out a lot, and I'm
like
gonna say it's not for me.
And getting mugged there drags it down a little bit as well.
I mean, that could happen anyway.
And I had food poisoning that I swear I could have died and felt better. It was bad.
Okay.
It was bad.
Yeah, look, not for me. I could go without that. And I'm actually kind of sad that we spent that time in Belgium and not somewhere else, like going to nicer places in Germany and stuff like that. Or other places. I don't know.
What have we got here?
Oh my gosh. Slovakia?
No, we've already done Slovakia, remember?
Oh, shivers.
You know
France.
it. No, France has already done it. So it can't be
half
something
the game.
you've already done it. I'm going to move this Italy down here so it's out of the way.
That's... can you give me a hint?
Brownie.
What?
Brownie.
Oh, Amsterdam.
The Netherlands.
They are some fun coffee shops, if you know what I'm saying.
We watched... I analysed Modern Family. I was like, yes. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah,
it was Modern Family.
I was like, yeah. I mean, that's, I don't know why I did that.
I love the Netherlands.
Yeah.
I found it so fun. It was my first time. We went to Rotterdam as well as Amsterdam. I just found it so fun.
With ya.
I had a great time. The video on my main channel didn't really turn out the way I wanted it to there, but my time there was so good. And then we had... it took us the whole week and a half we were there to film the video, but on the last night, we wrapped filming and went out to a coffee shop.
I had a good time.
And I had a great time, and I just liked it. So
and Tony's Chocolonely's from there.
Yeah, but Cadbury's better. So is it you have to see it or take me back? Because
Take me back for me. And there's one major reason that changes it from you have to see me take it back. Is that I love Rotterdam as well. And I know I would love the other cities in the Netherlands. And on top of that, the whole place is really well set up for remote work.
It
a
was.
lot of like co-working hotels, like the one we're in now in Italy. And to me, I'm like, I could go there and work and see things, and like I'm into
It
that.
has to be super special to get that, you
I
know?
would go back if I could afford it. I would pick that as the place in Europe I would stay for a month.
I think I'd pick places like, I don't know. I don't know. You have to see it or take me back. I like it. I loved it. I loved it so much. But is it
All
that
right,
prestigious?
we'll
No,
put
I
it.
don't know. I
We'll
don't
put it
know.
at the top of. You have to see it.
It's not in order, but
We'll pretend it's a mini order for this one. It
you know
just
what?
misses out.
Go to Take Me Back because I had a great time. I had a great time.
Whoa, we can demote and promote
We
as
can?
we go.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, let's keep it there for now, but I probably would keep it in You Have
The
to
next
See
one,
It.
the
Yeah.
controversial one.
Oh, my favorite. So
The
this is
UK. Afghanistan.
This is Afghanistan. So there is obviously a current different flag than this, but we're going to go with the old one. This is controversial. I have a lot to say about it, but let's just say that you have to see it. I think. Oh, it was. It was more than it was decent for me. I had a great time.
So here's where I'm at. Here's where I'm at with
This
this.
is hard.
This is our opinion.
Yeah.
In my opinion, Take Me Back. But we can't go back.
Yeah,
under the current
we
regime.
can't go back.
We will be in. We wouldn't.
And if you
we
don't,
wouldn't, yeah.
if you don't know why, it's because I've said too many things on my main channel video that are against them.
The Taliban.
And
highlighted the wrong people for the Taliban.
so I wouldn't go back.
It wouldn't be worth the risk for us at this point. Not that
Is it physically take me back, or is it we would love to go back?
I would love to go back and see Bumyard and go with Marty to see his father's village that he was telling us about. And the food was great, and the hospitality was great, and it was adventurous.
But I couldn't make that video and not point out those things.
Yeah, of course,
it's worth it. But
But
I
when
just loved it so much. I would go back if I could.
I will go back and adventure it again. But I will caveat that with, you have to be a specific
type of
traveler
yeah.
to want to do it. I know people who, the moment we posted that, were
Yeah.
in inboxes being like, "Oh my god, how do I get there? Let me go."
Yeah, yeah.
And some people saying, "I would never even
go
dream
there.
of that." So I understand it's
Can I
controversial.
just say really one last thing I'll say on that? If you are saying for like I would never go there, I never do that. I don't think that the moral take, in my opinion, is to punish people en masse for the actions of a regime. So that's the only thing I'll say.
But the people there,
Yeah.
if you look into the history or you look into the current social situation,
Yeah.
a percentage are Taliban aligned, and the people of a percentage of them are Taliban. It's like you have to understand that people they can't say what they want to say.
Exactly.
And there's many different cultures, and I'm not going to do too much of it. This is Michael's history for this one.
You guys love that.
I mean, the Brits and the Russians drew the border.
Yeah.
There were different cultures living in that area before there were borders. So
look, I'm going to say
there's
take
so
me
much
back.
ancient culture.
I had such a great time.
I would go back tomorrow.
We didn't.
We're not demote this back down here.
I
then?
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the regime when we say we loved it. It's the local people, and we spent time talking in depth to men and women. They are lovely humans. Those ones, at least, not the Anyway, and it was just beautiful. They were so shirt off your back, and I'm not the only one.
It's better.
Yeah, I'm not the only one who said that. We've received so many comments of people being like they are traditionally really lovely people.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I take me back, but we can't go back. But take me back.
Next one's the UK.
The UK. Look, I love London and I love England. I love it. I'm going to do this entire segment with my really bad accent. That's not my accent.
Is it Take Me Back worthy?
Look, I personally love England. I really like going there, but I'm not sure if it's
Oh,
really
no,
that
please
good
don't do
to
the
take-
accent.
This is my channel. I'll do what I want, first of all.
Yeah, Josie cringes everybody. He's the new name of the channel.
Says you?
Yeah, go on.
The hell? Who do you think you
To
are?
me,
You
it's-
will not dim my sparkle, first
God,
of
here we
all.
go.
Oh, God, here we go. Exactly.
Take Me Back.
But it's just England.
Yeah, that's the thing. But I would go back tomorrow and I love it. I would live there.
Well, let's just go. You have to see it because I feel like you do have to see England. Even though I literally probably would live in England.
Yeah.
I love it. I Take Me Back all the time.
I suppose that makes sense
it's
because
just
the
England.
next one is 100% a Take Me Back.
Oh, this is Thailand.
Top
All
of the
that-
Take Me Back.
Top of the Take Me Back. We just love Thailand. If you guys know, if you're new here, welcome, by the way. Excuse me.
Sorry, Bitcoin's doing things tonight.
If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, you would know that we started my main channel in Thailand for like the first year or something like that. I don't know, 6 months, but it was like 300 videos. I made so many videos there, and we keep going back. We go back 4 times a year. Not this year, but most years.
At some point, we'll have to pick a home base that's not all the way
Thailand.
tucked under the other side of the earth like Australia is.
100%
And I
Thailand.
think it's just got everything.
So
It's got everything.
I love it.
And if you've only been to Phuket or Bangkok,
Get out of here.
I pity you because
There's so many better options.
Like, it's such a good country on so many levels.
And I did have a friend or someone I know, be like, "Oh, I went to Chiang Mai," because we usually go to Chiang Mai. I went to Chiang Mai and I didn't like it. Ask us for recommendations.
We'll
'cause
give you.
You can get. You have to make the most.
We need
of
to
it.
bring out our Chiang Mai guide that's like
Yeah.
80% written because we've just spent so much time there.
I love it.
We know how
so
to give
much.
you the best
food,
experience.
The people, the place,
Culture.
the culture,
And living
the
in a Buddhist
feeling.
country is so nice. It's just this like
Not
okay,
when you're
some-
like talking about your life.
some
Because
of
it's like,
it's-
oh, if we die, we die.
Yeah, there's a bit of blasé about road traffic and things like that because they just think. Yeah. Anyway, it's people entrepreneurial as well. They have like businesses and want to do
Businesses,
things
their
and
little like side street carts and
Just
stuff.
active.
I just freaking love Thailand.
I feel so productive and happy, and I want to do better things in my life when I'm there.
This
So
is-
it gives me energy as opposed to drains
This
it.
is how much I love Thailand. Like when someone asks me what's my favorite country, I just don't even talk about Thailand because it's always number one. So like I feel like answering
Something
other
else,
things
yeah.
because it's just always going to be number one. I don't know. I can't explain it. I just love it.
Kyrgyzstan.
No, let me guess.
Oh, red Xbox.
No, Kyrgyzstan. I know it's Kyrgyzstan now. That is, you have to see it. I freaking loved Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah.
It was absolutely amazing. Again, Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan, underrated countries of this year. The landscapes, the mountains, the I don't know how else, grass. I don't know how else to say landscapes. Absolutely stunning. Michael stayed in the capital city of Bishkek, and I went out to film my yurt video on my main channel.
Lake is cool.
You know what? If I can think about it, I'll link all the videos on my main
Yeah.
channel that I'm thinking of in the description bar below, so you can go and
Yeah.
watch them from these countries. I love the Kyrgyzstan video. It's a bit more about me, but I still meet the local people and like a local girl, and I spend time with locals in the yurt and all of that. But I loved it.
I enjoyed it too.
One of my favorite countries this year,
Italy.
if not ever. You know what?
We've
Maybe
both
I
been
went
there
at the wrong
before.
time.
We love Italy. We both have enjoyed ourselves in Italy in the
It was
past.
decent.
But this year,
Yeah,
we've been in Bologna now for about 3 days.
it has not
and
stopped
it's
raining.
rained the whole time.
We haven't
Really
even gone out-
badly too.
We haven't even gone outside. But from my last visit, I went to so many cities in Italy. The most I've ever been to. I went to like Florence, Rome, the pizza place.
I'm going to put it here though.
No, it was decent.
Well, it hasn't been this year.
But it has been in the past. Does it matter if we're talking about this year?
I think this year it has to go
No,
here.
we put in
Am I
our
right?
we put in our last opinions for France. It has to count for Italy as well.
No, this time around it was decent. If it wasn't this time around, it would have been not for me. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say
Italy is for me. No
we
matter
literally
what.
went at the wrong time to Italy. If you'd gone at the right time, it'd probably be up. At one
No,
of
but
these.
that doesn't.
All right, we'll put it there. No, it's your channel. Veto to you.
Good. Okay, so that's China.
Yeah.
China.
Look, it's very frustrating, but I think it's to take me back.
No.
No?
You can't just willy nilly put things on the board without even me talking.
For me, I pulled it back.
Yeah, no. I think it's you have to see it though. It was awesome. It really did.
Blow my mind.
It really did. It was. This is funny. It was really not what I expected.
Yeah, it's the only time that title was like 100% the real
It
thing.
really wasn't. We went twice. Oh no, we went the first time last year. We went back this year, and we saw so many more cities than the first time. The first time we only saw Shanghai and Beijing, and this year we went to, how many was it? Like 10 cities or something? 12?
Guangzhou, Kunming, Lhasa, all around Tibet, Chengdu, Xi'an.
Xinjiang. I'm running out of things.
about 7
Maybe
or 8.
about 10 cities or whatever. And it was really good. Honestly, if you get out of the major cities, it's so affordable. You do need some Chinese. You need to know the
You know,
basics.
a little bit.
But the food is delicious and cheap. And we had some really good hotel rooms for like, what was it?
Yeah.
$40, which is like
So
$25,
affordable if you use
$25
Trip.com.
US. Oh my gosh. I'll leave some links in the
I think
description.
we will put.
It's you have to see it.
I'm just gonna put. It won't let me put it there, but I'm gonna put it.
It's not in order. Just put it. At
I
the
know.
end.
I'm saying I'm gonna start putting them on further across so you guys can see the more recent ones.
Okay.
'Cause I think
Anyway,
it cuts off about here with our
really-
ugly heads.
really liked it.
Controversial
Honestly.
one, I think, next.
Why was Brunei controversial?
Because people have lots of preconceived ideas about Brunei that are.
Do they not also have that about like everywhere, like
Yeah.
US?
I know lots of people said I can't go to Brunei because I'm like, gay or something like that, or I can't go to Brunei because I am a woman or whatever. It just it's completely not like
What?
that. I would say that
Half the people we met there were gay.
it was, yeah, but
What do you mean?
well, it's illegal there by stoning,
Oh no, they weren't. Maybe I'll cut that out.
theoretically, but like it doesn't
Hypothetically.
happen. It doesn't happen.
Okay, so we went twice because this year I did it was a paid trip. So we weren't going to go back, but then we got the opportunity and I was like, yeah, I'll go back because we were only there for a day last year or the year before, whenever we went. So you know what? I'm going to say it was decent. Hey, yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't think
perfectly,
you, I
doesn't
don't,
it?
honestly don't think you need to go, but the experiences we had there were really good.
If you are in the area of Borneo Island,
Go.
which a lot of people will do to go to
Yeah,
Sabah and
go.
Sarawak, go. And in the future, the new Indonesian capital will be on Borneo as well.
And if you
in the
look at,
south.
if you watch my videos from there, like I said, I'll link them below. They're such nice people.
the friendliest.
So
I'll say this:
friendly.
Afghanistan's the only place that comes close for me.
Yeah, for hospitality.
It's just like, but Brunei has probably edges it a little bit in the sense that
so beautiful.
it was like all the people there are friendly to you, but not in the way that you might get in other places as a tourist where
they want something from you.
or
it
like
was with no.
there's no agenda.
No agenda.
It's just like I have a friend. It
Yeah.
helps obviously when like healthcare is free, petrol subs, like their lives are fairly well looked after by their
Good
government.
point, good point,
There's
good point.
don't need your money, but
Yeah.
so friendly, just so like
Yeah.
awesome.
Loved it.
And still every now and then, actually, I better give you my new number. The guy,
we still keep in contact with
well,
the.
he's only got my old number. I haven't messaged him.
Oh, Michael. Well,
I've changed my number. So
we do, and we still on like here and there talk to the boatman that we met on the first trip, which was like 3 years ago now or something. 2 years ago. I don't know. It wasn't 3 years ago. That's really bad timing on my part. And he invited us into his home and stuff like that, and we still talk to him. So he's.
that's how friendly.
Yeah.
Sometimes he messages me and he's like, "Hi," and then just tells me about his last couple of weeks.
I love him.
Yeah.
So that's Germany. No? Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Oh, okay. I liked it the first time when I went
did I.
11 years ago.
I'm gonna say it was decent.
And let's say it was decent because
I think it's you have to see it. However, Cologne is the first city I've been to in Germany where I was like, oh, it's not you have to see it.
no,
There are
I
some-
didn't enjoy it this year, which is where we went.
But in the past I've been
Cologne.
to Munich. I also, low-key, controversial, didn't love Berlin.
Okay, so you've had some good cities and some bad cities.
But I loved Munich so much.
I've been to a few places in Germany this year, Cologne, but 11 years ago, I went to quite a few places. I don't really remember how much I loved it. I was drunk a lot because I just turned 18.
Alcoholic.
That's the only time I drank in my life. I haven't drunk since, so it's been like 10 years. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Let's just say it was decent. Yeah,
Yep.
good. You take me back.
Yeah, I'm with ya.
Take me back. This is Albania. I loved it. I loved Albania. We
underrated.
only went to Tirana. I will preface by saying that. But I wanted to go back like literally next week. We're talking about where to go next. And Michael reminded me because I wanted to go to I've been seeing these really beautiful, like next to the beach places in Albania.
Not right now, though, it's winter.
Yeah. So I've been seeing them. I'm like, I want to go back and I want to go there. And Michael's like, well, you can't go there right now because it's cold. And I was like, damn, like we'll have to go back when it's summer. We will go back. I loved it.
Weather's good. If you want
People are beautiful.
if you want that Greek island / Croatia,
But without the price
vibe, without
tag,
the price tag, and
you know what I'm
also
saying?
outside of the EU, Albania gives 90-day tourist visas to most countries. Check your passports, but
Maybe
for
we should
most
give more
people,
info like that.
90 days is insane. It's so
That's
good.
crazy.
Actually, the best part about Albania is that Macedonia next door, Serbia,
Bosnia?
Bosnia,
Malta?
Kosovo, all those countries in that area all give 90-day visas. So if
Wow.
you wanted to, you could literally just move around
Wow.
those countries.
Not even being
I'd
sarcastic.
probably jump back. If you wanted to do Europe, you could spend 90 days in Albania, 90 days in I would say probably Bosnia because it's beautiful as well, and then you
Haven't
can spend
been.
you can spend the other 180 or 90 days in the Schengen,
Schengen.
and spend most of the year in Europe,
Look, I think you have to go
and
to
then
Albania.
leave during winter, which
So underrated, such an underrated country. And before we thought about going there for the first channel video, again, side note, one of my favorite videos I think I've ever done. It just went out last, and I will leave it in the description bar below because I watched it again this morning and I cried again because I love it.
it's the best video on the channel right now.
Yeah, it is. It is the best video. I absolutely love it. But I didn't ever think
we can't make people want to watch it.
I didn't ever think that I would go to Albania. Like I
Yeah.
didn't even think I knew it was a country before we started talking about this.
Incredible history, unique history, which has created these unique people. It's like,
I loved it.
You have to see it and
Yeah.
take me back.
Let me
What's
guess.
the next one?
That's Italy.
No,
Oh. Oh shoot.
it's you. It's you every day.
Hungary. Oh. Hungry. I got that before I got that. This sucks because we only went to Budapest and I loved it. I really did.
It's like Dubrovnik. It's like
Again, I think it was an underrated European country. Maybe
in
you
some
have
way,
to see
in
it.
some ways it's overrated, and in some ways it's underrated.
I agree.
Like
But I loved it. Like I liked Hungary and
top end of it was decent.
but it's not in order.
Yeah, I know, but just
Look, put it this way. If you're going for a Euro trip, if you're going to Europe,
you have to see it.
you have to see it. You have to see it. Put it in there. You have to see it because to me, it's better than going to places like Italy, France. I don't know what else people go to a lot. What are like the Western Europe countries that everyone goes to? Greece.
Greece is not in Western Europe.
Well, you know the one I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I reckon
Central- yeah.
I reckon it's worth on.
everyone goes to Budapest. though.
I reckon it. No, they don't.
Yeah,
I've
it's
never
pretty
heard
popular.
of it.
It's pretty popular. It just is.
Oh. Oh well.
You got to experience
worth
it and
it.
you enjoyed it, which is good
I
because
did.
you didn't have any expectations of it.
Yeah.
And you have to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that? America?
No. We didn't film any videos here this year, but we did go there for a little bit.
I have no idea where that is.
Roti Canai.
Oh, Malaysia. Duh. When
I
did
think
we
it's
go
you have to
there?
see it.
No, I reckon it's decent. I'm not. I do like it. I'm not. I have so many more countries that I like more than
For
it.
me, it's actually a take me back. You have to see it, but I'm willing to put it on. It was decent for you.
I love the food. Don't get me wrong. I love it. It has like so many different cultures and stuff in the same place. I think it's like Chinese.
I always feel good when I'm there. I'm happy. But I will say it can be boring for some people.
Yeah,
especially
I think that's where I'm at. I think the problem is that I've been to
I've
it
got a really
too
good
many.
idea of this.
I think the problem is I've been to it too many times that for me I'm like, oh, it's a decent. But when I first went, I really liked it. But
if you like luxury and shopping and Malay food, you have Singapore. If you like laid back, chill,
Malaysia.
you have Thailand. And then in the middle is Malaysia. It's kind of in the middle of both.
Yeah, I agree. If you have a
If you've never been, go.
If you've never been, go. And if you have like a stopover or a layover,
Spend 3 or 4
Kuala
days.
Lumpur, spend 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
That's But
Next one.
There you go. Oh shivers. That's Tajikistan. No, we did that earlier. Is it in Central Asia?
Yeah.
Uzbekistan.
Pakistan.
Maybe I went at the wrong time, or not for me. Not for me, to be honest.
There were
Actually,
so beautifully nice people in Tashkent.
they were. but-
Samarkand was this weird feeling of like this place that has so much ancient history and culture.
Yeah. But I do.
That was probably an incredible place to travel to 10 years ago.
And now
it's
tourism has
Disneyland.
ruined it.
It's Disneyland.
Yeah.
That's Samarkand.
Tashkent
was great and felt authentic and nice and
Agreed.
good, and like not the authenticity. People always get on us for saying authentic. What I'm saying is, it's like you don't
Who
feel.
gets on us for saying that?
Lots of people say that like, why does a place have to feel authentic to you?
Oh, yeah,
Which
yeah,
I
yeah.
agree with that in some ways. Like a place doesn't have to cater to me as a tourist.
Yeah.
But I think Samarkand's gone too far, and that's what makes Tashkent feel better.
Agreed.
But I'm gonna say, you know what? I would probably put it in. It was decent.
No, I reckon maybe at the wrong. It's not. It was decent, but I think I like it less than that. I reckon maybe at the wrong time. Although that doesn't really.
And it's
fit
not very
what I'm
cheap
trying to
anymore,
say.
which is one of the big things of it.
But what do you mean by maybe I went at the wrong time? Like cold or hot? Like
So you say not for me.
I'm going to say not for me.
All right, I'll let you have veto on that.
Yeah.
The last one, remember we've already done Italy.
Oh, shivers.
The last one, what is it?
It's either Poland or Indonesia.
We've already done Indonesia.
Oh, yeah, so Poland. Look, I think you have to see it.
Yeah, I'm up
I really liked Poland.
Yeah.
We only saw Krakow, which kind of sucks, but 11 years ago, and I actually said it was my first time on there on my channel, and I forgot to explain that it actually technically wasn't. I forgot to tell you.
But if no one had told you, you wouldn't have known.
No. So what happened was, fun little story. 11 years ago, when I went to Germany.
Maybe not fun if you're Polish, but...
Yeah, true. Shush.
Yeah.
When I went 11 years ago, I was in Germany and I have family members there at the time and they had driven us around. Anyway, so we went for a drive to see something located now in Poland, which once was Germany. That's why he was saying probably not fun if you're Polish.
And Josie didn't know
And I didn't
it was
know
Poland.
that it was Poland at the time until...
Because you just crossed the border without your passport.
Because until about, a month ago when we went, because... I thought I would have had a stamp in my passport. And then I realized, well, Michael told me about a month ago that you don't get your passport stamped in between EU countries. You just go in between them.
Correct.
And then at the time, then I was like, well, I guess I did go there. And then I checked with my auntie who I was with and she was like, yeah, we drove to Poland. I was like, but I didn't even have to get my passport out at any checkpoints. And she was like, no, you don't have to do that. So I only just realized that I went to Poland.
Yes.
That was a long story.
Yeah.
Is it? Shush. And then so... Yeah, I went there. So at that point, would you know where that was in Poland where I went?
Really close to the Berlin
border. So I didn't go to any major cities, but we went to Krakow and it was awesome. I really liked it.
I've been to Krakow before and I loved it as well.
Loved it.
We both want to go back and do some time in Poland.
Yeah.
The EU rules just suck.
Yeah, we didn't have enough time because Michael has Schengen rules and I don't. But yeah, so I reckon it was awesome. And I will say that I really want to visit Gdansk. That's the one city in there that I really... Gdansk. Whatever. And I feel like I really want to go there. And I've been getting so many comments on this channel of you guys telling me it's one of your favorite places.
I want to go to Lieb or something like that.
I don't know.
It starts with an L and it's in the...
And you want to go to Poznan because of the football club.
Insane. Look up a video called Under 14's Poznan Fans. Mental.
So the last one is
Italy. It's done.
Oh, it's done.
We're finished.
Done.
So to finish off, I want to say, if you have a look at the list we have in Take Me Back, we have...
Let me say, Thailand, Indonesia, Afghanistan, Albania.
They're the winners
I'm
for this
happy
year.
with that.
Yep.
I'm very happy
You
with that.
have to see it. You have...
Oh, God. Now you go. There's too many.
Netherlands, Poland, Hungary, China, UK, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Czech Republic.
You know what? Kyrgyzstan's so almost Take Me Back for me. That's how that close it is. But
Do you want to?
But I don't need to go back now. I've seen it.
Yes,
Do you know what I
that's
mean?
why it's
So
a
you
one-time
have
thing.
to see it. Yeah. It was decent. Is the UAE, Germany, Malaysia, Brunei, Finland,
France,
Hungary,
Italy. Agree with that.
Yep.
Wrong
and then
time, Slovakia,
Slovakia and
Tajikistan.
Tajikistan. Agree with that. And the not for me was Germany, Belgium, and Uzbekistan. I think we did pretty good.
I'm really happy with that. The only difference I would have with you is that I would shift Malaysia up one, so that if I was like myself, and I would shift Uzbekistan into it was decent. But
yeah,
other than that, it's pretty spot on for me. What do you think? Have you been to these places? We have a few more countries before the end of the year, so this isn't our...
Yeah, this kind of sucks. Why do we do this now?
Well, we're just in a position where it's been raining constantly in Bologna, and we got to, it's Vlogmas.
But now I want to do all the other ones because it's not the end of the year.
Theoretically, we're most likely only going to one more country this year. And we'll just remember, you guys hold us accountable when we do this next year. We put it on next year's one.
And maybe, if you guys liked this today, maybe by the end of this Vlogmas, maybe we can do another one of all the countries that we've been to because this was kind of fun.
I've got to download all those flags.
Yeah, but the thing is that if we're starting this tradition now with this game, we haven't done the first 2 years, 1 year. I don't know how long we've been traveling for.
Maybe we can do it on a live stream one time or on a podcast or something like that.
Podcast, you can't do that on podcast.
Bring the pod back.
Anyway, let me know what you want to see. If you want me to do this again, I don't know. We'll see by the views if you guys like it.
No,
What?
we'll see by the comments.
Yeah, actually, leave me a comment.
Views, who cares anymore?
Us.
Who cares?
Yeah, I don't care.
I am not validated by a number.
Although we are. Anyway, no. So, okay. Yeah, that's it. So that was a fun year. I think in total, you did the numbers. We went to 22
countries
And
this
how many
year,
were new of me?
12?
12 were new countries for me or something.
We would have liked to have had more.
Yeah.
If you had more time in Europe and we didn't make our
We
own
would have
mistakes
gone around
around
to like
filming,
10 extra
we
countries.
probably would have done all the Balkan countries, I would say. We're not going
It
to
was
have time
our
now.
fault. We ran out of time. We stay in places too long.
We get tired and we extend the booking and
and
we...
then instead of staying for 3 days, we stay for 3 weeks. And
Idiots.
no, it happens.
It does. We need to rest. That's our problem. We don't rest. And then we
Enough.
burn out and then we sleep in a hotel in UAE for 6 weeks.
Anyway, so I hope you like this one. Tell us your thoughts in the comments below. Which ones would you have changed? Like,
By the way,
do
we
you have-
worked the whole time in the UAE. We slept all day, and then we didn't just do nothing.
We didn't clarify.
We actually did a lot of work, which
We
which
worked
sucked.
the whole day.
We shouldn't
Just
have
from
worked.
bed.
We should have stopped.
We should have.
We should have done nothing for 2 weeks. Then we would have been out of there quicker.
Yeah, that was the problem. Yeah, let me talk. Stop. You interrupted me with your silly ADHD. What now? What was I saying?
Finishing up.
You're holding it too close.
Finishing up.
What was I saying?
Signing out.
No, I wasn't saying signing out. What was I actually talking about? Tell me, that's all right. Tell me if you would change anything, or tell me like if you've been to these places, like what your thoughts are, where you would put them. And then also tell us where we need to go next year, because I want to get through so many new countries. I'm under 50 and I want to get to 100. It's not like a goal because it's
Not 100
everyone's
next
goal.
year.
Well,
We're not going to get 60 countries done next year. But we want to get a good chunk done next year. We both wanted to be on 50 by the end of this year. I think I'm on about 43 or 44.
I'm getting really annoyed about how little countries I've seen. And
You've been to a lot of countries.
I travel full time for 3
travels
years,
full-time,
and I've been to 40 less. I've been to 37 countries. It's
That's
not
awesome.
enough. Okay. All right. See you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye. No, let me say it last. It's my channel.
You say it finally. Bye.
Okay. See you in the next one. Subscribe. Bye. Stop it now. Stop. See ya. Stop.
Oh, the recording. I'll telling me to stop.
No.